Hi and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about what to do if you really fear that your partner is going to leave you. If you're not having any peace because you're constantly worried, are they going to meet someone else? Are they going to fall in love with someone else? Are they going to leave? Are they going to have enough? And you're kind of walking on eggshells, or you're feeling stressed, you're feeling tense, and you may have given yourself the label of having separation anxiety, that you're scared of being abandoned, you're scared of being left. Now, if this is you, my heart goes out to you. It's an awful place to be living in that kind of panic. And by that I'm like shaking, because it can sometimes feel like you're shaking. And there's really not much peace. So we want to change that. You've got to change that for yourself. Because life's too short to be living in that kind of fear and anxiety, right? And all things can be changed. So don't believe that you're going to have this for the rest of your life. You can change this. I help many people overcome these fears and feel great in themselves all the time. I'll give you an example. About a month ago, a lady came to me and she said, I think I've got separation anxiety. She said, because when my husband goes out with the guys on a night out, I can't sleep. I'm tossing and turning, and until they come home, I'm unable to sleep. And I'm in constant fear, worrying, are they going to meet someone more attractive than me? Are they going to fall in love with someone else? Are they going to leave me? And then he came and had a session, and he was like, I love her, I want to be with her for the rest of my life, we want to start a family together, but this is so unattractive, Nicola. I can't carry on like this because I feel like I'm married to a child, because she can't even be alone when I'm away and out with my friends. So it's causing a massive problem in the relationship. And so we could have focused on maybe he needs to be more in contact when he's out with his friends. Maybe he needs to come in home at an earlier time. But that's not going to solve the problem, because then they may find something else. So the person that needs to change this is obviously the person with the separation anxiety, as she labeled it herself. So it's understanding why this has been created. And there's different reasons for different people. So if you're resonating with this, or someone you love is going through this, you need to get them to look at what exactly are their fears. For example, the lady that I worked with, her fears were, she isn't good enough, she isn't smart enough, she isn't thin enough, she isn't beautiful enough, and that she's not passionate enough. So she's created all these negative stories about herself. And with this low confidence and all these insecurities, she's creating this fear that her husband is going to leave her. Even though he absolutely adores her, gives her positive compliments, gives her attention, and is giving her as much of himself as he can. He's working, of course, but he's giving her a lot of loving energy and support. And so we needed to get to the root of this and where it came from. And this is where we did one of my 3-day breakthrough sessions. And for her, it was being left by a parent at a young age. And she believed that men leave. Men abandon you. So we needed to unlearn these thoughts. We also had to work on her confidence. And this is about trusting yourself. And some people don't like it when I say this, but I really, really believe it. And you can feel free to reject it if it doesn't work for you. But we can never 100% trust someone else fully. Trust that they're never going to leave us. Trust that they're always going to be faithful to us. We can hope, and we can do everything we can to make the relationship positive and great and rewarding for both people in the relationship. We can definitely take actions. But We can't see into the future. They can't see into the future. So if you try to put trust and confidence and all these things outside of you, you're not really going to have peace. So this is how I like to look at it. I like to focus on building my confidence, on taking the positive actions I can do in my relationship, in what I do in my life, so I can feel inside I'm doing my best. And I enjoy doing my best. It's not a chore. It's like I do the things that matter to me and that are important to me. And I give love and support in the way that I would love and support back. So that's one side of it. And then the other side is I make sure that I feel good about myself. And the biggest way to feel good about yourself, the biggest way to love yourself, is to only speak kindly to yourself. Constructive, positive language to yourself. Because how you talk to yourself has a massive impact in your self-esteem. What you think about yourself has a massive impact on your self-esteem. So are you thinking loving and supporting thoughts? That's the other thing. And so what I focus on is building my self-esteem by always talking to myself in a positive way. If I feel that I need to change things, I don't say, oh, Nicola, you're bad, you're stupid, you're ugly, or fat, whatever it is. I just say, okay, you didn't exercise today, let's exercise tomorrow. Okay, you didn't do very well on your healthy eating or drinking enough water, whatever it is, do this. Okay, you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, but look what you have done, and tomorrow you can do this. And okay, give yourself a day rest. You weren't feeling that great. It's okay. We'll create a plan. We'll make back whatever we need to, the time or whatever it is to make back. So being positive towards yourself. And then with this trust, it's trusting that no matter what happens, I will always be okay. And this is like the main principle that I work on to help myself. I say to myself in times of fear and anxiety and things like that, that it's okay, Nicola. If the worst things happen to me, I will find a plan. I will get support. I will take time to love and look after myself. I will get through it. I can handle whatever life throws at me because I trust myself. I trust myself to look after myself. I trust myself to focus on what I want and create a better future. I trust myself that I'm going to learn and grow from every experience, whether it's positive or whether it's a negative experience. And that is really what I've done throughout my whole life, and it's really worked well. And there are so many amazing studies of people that do the same, and I'm sure you've done the same too. I'm sure you've gone through really painful experiences in your life, and you've learned and you've grown from them. And maybe you wouldn't have wished that they happened to yourself, you wouldn't wish they would happen to anyone. But yet they have, and you've learned and you've grown from them. So I welcome all experiences. I welcome all challenges. Of course, I prefer the good surprises in life rather than the not so good surprises in life, the problems. But that's a fact of life. We get these surprises. Things break down. Things don't work. Things happen. But as long as we believe in our ability to adapt, our ability to learn, if we choose love over fear, if we choose to accept that, yeah, I do have a little bit of fear, but I'm just going to push through it. I'm not going to let it limit me. I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm going to keep on going. This is how we can break through the fears. So you may have a fear that your partner is going to leave you. Maybe it's something they've said. Maybe it's your own insecurities. Maybe it's just doubts that you have because you've seen other relationships not work. So asking yourself, how can I build my confidence? How can I create more peace of mind? Meditation, exercise, breaks, whatever that is. And what actions can I take to make my husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend happier? What actions can I take to make myself happier? What actions can we take together in the relationship? Because I really believe to overcome fear, we need to, one, decide it's not really helping, and I maybe have the fear, but I'm going to push forward, making that decision for yourself. And two, doing some new actions. Staying stuck in the fear isn't going to help. And then just one final tip on this. For the lady that I worked with separation anxiety, we did the breakthrough session. We got rid of all her negative thinking about herself. I did a meditation for her to create more positive thinking about herself and her life and embed that in the subconscious mind. And we also created a massive list of activities she could do in the home when her husband said, last minute, I'm going out for a night, and a list of actions she could just get out of the house and go and do, from getting her nails done, having a coffee with a friend, going to the mall, going for a walk, calling a family member, like all these different things that she could do. So that if her husband sprung on her, oh, I'm going out with the lads in 10 minutes or whatever, she wouldn't feel in a panic. She would think, okay, I've got these 2 long lists of really exciting things that I can do. What am I in the mood for? And then she just picked one like that. So I hope that's been helpful to you. From my heart to yours, have an awesome day ahead.